you see what's happening with the dollar and kind of the dollar kind of getting hit pretty hard. And so when Warsh gets nominated, the market's like, oh God, this guy is gonna slow down the economy. He's gonna stop the birthday party. It's like the relative. It's like when you have the auntie that's real strict and she thinks your mama's too nice to you, and suddenly, because some of y'all be spoiling your son. Seriously, stop doing that. Stop putting these spoiled ass black men out here in the streets and they ruining people's lives and stuff. So some of these mamas out here spoiling their babies. And so imagine if an aunt or an uncle, imagine if Uncle Joe moves in and Uncle Joe, it makes him get up at 6 in the morning and and disciplines him and lets him know that he might get karate chopped upside the head if he gets out of line, that type of thing. Well, there's a good long-term benefit, right, for your son that he's gonna be a better man, stronger, more stable. The downside, though, is there's going to be temporary volatility. Like, if anybody remember the movie Baby Boy when Bing Rames moved in and suddenly everything changed? Like, because Baby Boy was used to being the baby boy. He did whatever he wanted. He'd lay around, and his mom, he was the man of the house. Suddenly, there was a real man of the house, and there was a conflict there, right? So basically, Kevin Warsh is coming into the baby boy fed and saying, stop babying this damn economy. Stop making money cheap because what you've done is you created asset bubbles. You pushed up the prices of everything from real estate to stocks like crazy. If you've been investing in stocks and real estate the last 15 years, you have seen nothing but this. Like the Cardi B song, and it's up and it's up. Everything's up, 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 and it's created a distorted economy basically. And Warsh is 100% correct about that. That's what he's been preaching for a long time. But the confusion is that that's not what Trump wants. Trump actually wants more of the inflation. He wants to lower interest rates and continue to push the asset prices up, because his family makes so much money when the market goes up, when real estate goes up. So people are like, why would you pick this guy? Here's my theory. I think that the Warsh guy is ambitious. He's smart and he's ambitious. I believe that he has made a deal with the Trump administration to change his tune. And I think that he convinced them that, look, if you pick me, I will do what you want me to do. I'm going to lower interest rates. And it's not, but here's the thing, it's not something that I think is inherently corrupt. I think that Warsh is a guy that's smart enough to understand certain things about the economy. And here's what it is, right? So the big risk in lowering interest rates is you can cause inflation, right? Well, the economy is, we're going into this AI boom. And one thing that the AI boom is doing, and Kathy Wood and others are talking about this extensively, is it's causing it's going to create it's increasing productivity like crazy. Productivity is going to shoot up, and ultimately it has a deflationary impact on the economy. So it's almost like, think of it like a tire, and you're worried if we keep pumping air in this tire, it's going to get too inflated and it's going to blow up, right? So think of inflation like inflating a tire. Well, what if somebody says, no, 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 actually there's air leaking out of the tire, so it's actually deflating, so you can actually keep pumping and pump harder, right? In fact, and still be okay because there's air coming out. So basically the economy is kind of, there's the belief, again, this is all speculative honestly, but it makes sense because of AI and the increases in productivity. That's a deflationary effect. And here's where it's deflationary: wages are going to drop in a lot of industries. You're not going to pay as much for people that do those white collar jobs, like a strategist and an analyst and all that. AI is doing all that, right? So computer programmers, you better start making another plan, right? Because AI is going to reduce those wages for those people, which is deflationary. Prices drop, right, including the price of human labor. And so what Warsh, I believe, is basically signaling to the Trump administration, because I believe he wants to be the chairman of the Fed.